But then we were able to get some offensive boards when she was out there. And so they had to give and take a couple of things. But we moved the ball, made the extra pass, a couple of rebounds. Key in the second half were the offensive rebounds, and we were taking a minute up on each clock from about the 6-minute mark on. We would shoot, miss, get the offensive rebound, and that wears the defense out.
61-58, you expected to take the three with about 2 minutes to go.
It was wide open. Carla shot the three over there, and we were still in a zone, and a lot of times I don't think she had hit one earlier in the game, I believe. No, she hadn't hit one. But I was disappointed because that was a wide open three. But then when Raven and Bailey started shooting them, that's fine because that's not their strength. They take less three-pointers than anybody in the league, but they shoot a good percentage. But we switched to a zone halfway through the second half, and I thought that was effective. Once we stopped their transition, our zone was effective. And sometimes a zone, you play that hope they miss defense, and they missed, and we got the rebounds.
Coach, does it seem appropriate to win this championship at home, considering you guys have played so well on your home floor this year?
We needed to win it at home to continue the education of the basketball fans here in this area. Okay, the first time in 33 years, none of these students were born. Okay, and all of a sudden they need to learn to be able to appreciate how hard it is to win a championship, particularly when you've got a team of all-staters, not all-Americans. But these all-staters, hopefully they're going to be on the all-Big 12 teams because they deserve it, because they play hard. Did I answer that right, or I just ramble as usual?
I was just kind of curious, doesn't this make it unbeaten at home for the year?
Yes, that just broke our record, I believe, for the streak. Is that right, Marlene? Wasn't that 17, 18 in a row? I guarantee you, I'll go schedule somebody easy to start so we can keep it going for a little while.
Well, talking about Texas, you were talking about them on the press teleconference yesterday. You were talking about 7-9 could get into the
7-9 could get in. They're going to have to win the tournament now. I mean, I'm not the committee, but hey, I have been in Texas positions so many times where I was trying to go 8-8 or 7-9 and have a great RPI like they have. 7-9 and them winning in the tournament would work. But I have a feeling we're fixing to see them in the first round of the tournament. Now, won't they play Texas Tech? Is that right?
8 versus 9. Or with Tech, because it's 7 versus 8. I mean, 7 and 8 with Tech.
No, 8 and 9 play.
No, but I think Tech and Texas would be 7 or 8.
We got to wait till tomorrow night.
Yeah.
All right. I don't want to play Texas again. I mean, I want to enjoy it and say, hey, we split this year, and then let's go again next year. They're a hard team for us to match up with because of their size and their athleticism, and I'd sure rather face somebody else because they're going to be a hungry team in the tournament, knowing that they have to win it to get in, and they're very capable of doing that.
Coach, where do you go from here? Because, really you did start the season out to win an NCAA tournament game. You've got the Big 12 coming up next. Now that you've got the title, what do you preach, or what's next?
First, get a little healthier, take care of academics for 3 days. Let me go down to Austin and see the high school coaches in the state and recruit. We're on a couple players that are playing in the tournament, but other than that, we're really down there to enjoy the camaraderie of the high school teams down there. I was brought in to coach here because of the plan that worked at Texas and Texas Tech. You hire coaches from this state who have contacts and know the high school coaches, and we spread out and we get the job done. And it's worked at both of those schools, and right now it's working at A&M. And so we will network hard. We will be at state tournaments. I guarantee you my assistants are out there text messaging right now. Of course, I don't know how to text message, okay, but I've got good people.
Have you had time to think about the historical significance of what y'all just been able to do? I mean, being the first time?
Not really, ma'am. I would love to say that it's special, but to come through the Big 12 South. It's a league within itself. The Big 12 is extremely good, but the Big 12 South, look what Oklahoma State did again tonight. Went on the road and beat K-State. I'm so happy for them. He should get Coach of the Year. 8-8 from 0-16. He's got my vote. And I'm just happy. That's another team I don't want to see in the tournament. Okay, and I'd rather them ship somebody in from another league because we do not have a bottom team in our league right now. Kansas is young and hungry. Colorado is tall, and they're getting better. Missouri might have underachieved this year because they're very talented, and I don't want to play them either. Okay? So the significance, this is the first championship that I've won since Stephen F. Austin in '93. I've been playing in the big leagues now for 14 years. And when I call the big leagues, the power leagues. And this is the first time I've even had a chance to play for it. I've always had to rebuild and look at Tennessee, Georgia, or LSU, or look at Texas, Oklahoma, or Baylor, or Texas Tech. That's the significance of it. And it's not going to stop. Okay? Well, our system works. And our system is changing the way a lot of people play in this league now, and they're starting to play more defense first and offense second. Texas is a great example of that. They're very, very good defensively. And sometimes you've got to realize you've got to recruit kids to be able to play both ends, and I think we've got the type of team that can do that. Baylor does, Texas does. It's pretty good. Don't y'all got that many inches to write now? Y'all got enough? Well, look, let's go out and celebrate.